We are live. Hope everyone's having a good morning today, April 12th, 2024. I'm looking at some stocks, and this is day one of the stock market experiencing a bear market. We're early. We are very early, but it's going to pay off. You learn not to buy the top of the crypto. I hope you learn not to buy a stock market top because there are no wash sales in a very short period of time. So let's move on. I'm on MicroStrategy here, and been mapping out MicroStrategy ever since the 1910 range. If you are new here, MicroStrategy is a company that buys up Bitcoin. Michael Saylor is the CEO of the company. If you were in my Discord, you can just search MSTR at the top and you can kind of see some stuff that's been happening lately. But one thing that we noticed here back on the 27th last month, Bitcoin was around 69,700. MicroStrategy was 1936. And then today it's already under $1,500. Already fell under 1,500. So Bitcoin only really moved a few hundred, and MicroStrategy dropped just as much percentage wise. It's down over 25% from the top. People are tired of CEOs buying stuff over leveraged with the tops. And look at the weekly RSI for MicroStrategy. It was overbought around that 1900 to 2000, and now it's starting to curve down. It's going to take a long time for this weekly RSI to cool down before investors feel satisfied on a dip. This is already forming a giant head and shoulders on the weekly chart. You look right here. I'll draw it for you guys and map it out. This is the head. And if we go back down here, this would be shoulder number 2. So left shoulder, head, and then right shoulder. Looks like that right shoulder got stuck into some chemicals. I'm gonna make it nice for you guys, though. You guys deserve that. You deserve to have it nice for yourselves. So far we have the left shoulder. We don't have the right shoulder yet. We don't have the right shoulder yet. And let's see what happened if that right shoulder came. And it may not take this long. But if it fulfills, we'll probably be back under $98 by the time they're done. That's when my green block would ping it. But don't forget, MicroStrategy came down quite hard before, and then Saylor acquired this company. As long as he has a company to buy Bitcoin with, he's fine. It's the investors I'm worried about. We have a man here buying Bitcoin tops with no care, borrowing money, racking up debt. So this is a weekly chart. I gotta throw this in the Discord. Let me I'm editing on the other software real quick and then putting it in here. Alright, so just some of these stocks, legacy stocks, are already down drastically. And by legacy definition, when they're 20% down from their tops and they're not going up all-time high again, they're starting that bear market. So if MicroStrategy is forming this head and shoulder on the weekly, this is a super bearish chart pattern to look at here. It's very concerning. Let me share the stream on this YouTube. There's going to be a lot of stocks to cover during this time. And generally for my green block, it's going to be different for every stock. But usually at least 45 down. Let's go to a stock like Nvidia. We're super early on the Nvidia retrace. Super early for the Nvidia retrace. By the way, this was before the split, so it's like really the Nvidia price was cheaper when we bought it before. But this is Nvidia. Do I have to change my indicator every chart? No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. It will give us a better buy if Nvidia drops down. But this is Nvidia on the weekly as well. I gotta come through and get these red blocks for these charts. Let me just put the date on here. 4/12/2024. Alright. And you look at these level here, I'm just gonna put all these levels together. So what's the one thing we see? Overbought. On our side, we're also losing bullish momentum. So the MACD is losing bullish momentum. The RSI is overbought. And this is Nvidia weekly chart. Wow, look at that. I'm going to throw this in chart channel as well. Lots of charts, lots of stuff to go over. Lots of money going to be erased if people did not take profits. So Nvidia weekly chart. I'm gonna slow down. I'm not gonna tag everybody when I put all these charts in the Discord, but I will be putting on Twitter and stuff too. Nvidia is my favorite stock. My favorite stock, absolute favorite. The company does really well. I even collect some of their older graphic cards. I've been using Nvidia products for a very long time. I even happened to buy some of their new products. I use it in my gaming computers. But right now, it's kind of like a crunch. Nvidia will probably make it out of this storm better than most companies. So, with that being said, let's move on to another stock, AMD. So we had over here AMD broke the downtrend, then came up for a retest at 56, had an all-time high 230, but it's already down drastically. How far is AMD down from that top? 27%. Oof. Well, we get the red block over here for AMD as well. All right. So this one's picking up bearish momentum, gaining bearish momentum. Not oversold. So this is our AMD weekly chart. I'm just going to be flooding the chart channel with a lot of this data over here, a lot of these charts. things to consider. But this is an AMD red block as well. We are over here, AMD red block. From the green block indicator back in 2016 up till now, that's only about 12,000%. Who's not happy with the 12,000%? Those early investors probably very happy. All right, I have this chart over here as well. Let's go over to the SPY. Let's look what's happening with the SPY. I already mapped this out. What? Let me double check real quick. I saved it. Yeah, there it goes. I had to load the data. I think I already put the SPY in Discord. And the SPY is part of the YouTube thumbnail. So if you're already in the Discord, you already got that notification earlier. So if you go to Discord, 2 channels you want to always check: charts, announcements. Earlier I put day 1 stock bear market starting. Mark your charts. Check it out. Wall Street is moving to risk off mode. We had a good run from the 2020 COVID lows. Legacy is starting to transition from bull to bear market, and this is the very first day, in my opinion. SPY chart for reference. Look at the SPY. Look at the SPY. So use that for reference. And let's just look over here. Let's look at gold. US per ounce. Woohoo! Look at this. This is the gold price per ounce. So this is how much US dollar it costs for 1 ounce of gold. So if what I'm saying is right, Wall Street moving to risk off mode will buy up gold and commodities. If what I'm saying is true, they're probably going to be buying up gold and commodities. I look over here. Is gold price up drastically from October? Yes, over 45%. So you don't need to look at the RSI or MACD. This just price, like there's no volume over here. This is the price per ounce. You have to go through other charts. So we already broke 2,400. All right. They're moving off to these assets, and this would be very bad for Bitcoin if Wall Street had to transition away from Bitcoin right after this ETF news. And these charts are going to tell a story. Let me throw this in the chart channel as well. So they're trying to position themselves to A, be better than inflation, B, Bitcoin's already at a top, so they don't want to buy the Bitcoin top. C, China started buying up a lot of gold. They started buying up a lot of silver. So these hedge funds see that their stocks are going down. And as their stocks are going down, they're probably going into gold and commodities. What's my favorite commodity? I like sweet potatoes. I've been preaching sweet potatoes for a year. Been trying to tell you guys about sweet potatoes per year, every year. Let's look at the sweet potato chart. See how sweet potatoes have been doing. So over the past year, this is our sweet potatoes chart. It's a little bit laggy on here, but it's these charts. But you look at these values, back here in 2010, they were $19.80. Now they're $27.60. It does look like sweet potatoes have outperformed against inflation. They're up over 15.97% in the last year. This chart was loading earlier. I'm not paying to unlock a sweet potato chart. I already know. I'll use another chart for sweet potatoes. Because I already know. I'm already in the sweet potato market. But let's look over here at the Bitcoin market and everything else as well. Let's see what this means for Bitcoin and why I'm in a Bitcoin short. Well, I'm in a Bitcoin short because if the smart money is moving out and transitioning away from Bitcoin and Ethereum, we're going to have a very big drop, probably go under 40,000 American dollars. And even from our last red blocks for Bitcoin and the short range, I shorted a little bit around here between the red blocks. But if you notice that chart pattern for Bitcoin, it was a triple top. And this was top number 3. Now, I know you want to zoom out to appreciate this. So let's go over here. Look at this triple top on Bitcoin. Top 1, top 2, top 3. And after that, each top it came down quite hard. Top 2 came down hard, but top 3, that's where it really started coming down hard. So if you look over here on the daily for Bitcoin and you zoom out, I believe this MACD is still getting that bearish momentum. Yes, it tried to shake the bearish momentum, but we are still back in that bearish momentum, and that RSI is still not oversold. We've been coming down. This RSI has been cooling down, but we're still not oversold. And you go out to the weekly time frame, which will matter more, and we're still overbought. So let me delete this. So this is what our Bitcoin weekly chart looks like. And let me just screenshot this. I'll put it back on the others because I'm going to do something real quick. But I predict we're going to go much lower for Bitcoin. We're at least going to drop to 40,000. And I think that could happen within the next 8 days, dropping to 40,000. But hey, look, it could be delayed. It could be delayed. I could be overly optimistic, and I'm expecting bigger drops between today and tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a day 52 of this downtrend. Well, up and down trend that I've been mapping out. And I think 52 is the day where it's going to be really hard. What up? So let me grab this Bitcoin weekly chart and put this in my chart channel as well. After I edit it, I'll pop up on YouTube for you guys to screenshot. So I'm going to do this red block on the weekly. Right. I'm not going to long Bitcoin at 40,000 either. I have other coins that I would like to buy. So this is our Bitcoin weekly chart receiving its red block as well. Go to Discord chart channel. Haven't really had a big weekly red block yet, but this is our big weekly red block on Bitcoin. We're significantly above the short-term moving average. We're significantly above the 200 moving average, the 200 EMA. We are probably on our last parabolic uptrend. So if Bitcoin does start topping out up here, we get like a nice double top, come down. We'll probably be at 40,000, at least 40,000 before it's done dipping. I'm looking over here. The RSI is overbought. The MACD is losing bullish momentum. So I'm still shorting Bitcoin. I've seen it go under 9,000 on some exchanges, and people tell me it doesn't count. But it damn counted for the people who sold. It counted for the people who bought. So it counts. We've already been under 9,000. You guys better buckle up. We're going to go under 40,000 by the time this is done dipping.
So people actually bought Bitcoin for that 9,000?
Yeah, they actually bought Bitcoin at that 9,000. Cheaper. I'll pull it up on the stream for you. Watch my stream real quick. We'll go to that chart. Because people love to say it doesn't count. They're like, that doesn't count. Meanwhile, people traded more Bitcoin than the people that don't. Like, the people that say it doesn't count, they don't have as many Bitcoin that was traded. They're like, Tame, that doesn't count. That 300 Bitcoin doesn't count. I'm like, do you have 300 Bitcoin? They're like, no. I'm like, okay, your opinion don't count. Don't tell me it doesn't count if you don't have at least 300 Bitcoin. But if you look at the BitMEX chart, look at this weekly chart. This is on BitMEX. And from the top to the bottom there, that's over 50. That's over 88% drop. It found its bottom around a little bit around 8,900. But let's see how long this lasted by putting it on the 5 minutes. I'm going to do the 5 minutes so you can see actually the droppage that occurred here.
Does it also count for the day that we went up to like $238,000 per coin?
How many Bitcoin was that? And did the price actually hit? Did the people actually trade it? That's the thing. Did they trade it? On here, they actually traded it.
Now, remember that one day where everybody was like, everything went up. Everything was like priced up really, really high.
Yeah. But did it actually go there, or was that a trading view glitch? This one actually people traded. Pull up the chart and then we can talk about it. Send me the chart or post it in the chart channel. We'll talk about it. Look at the volume. But in this first candle, when Bitcoin dropped 10%, it was over 3 volume. 3.1 volume. And we went down to 59,000 on that first candle on BitMEX. And then if you add up all the volume before the drop and then after the drop recovery, it was over 980 Bitcoin. That's a lot of Bitcoin, 980. You're telling me 980 Bitcoin don't count? Shit. Give me 980 Bitcoin, I'm done trading for the rest of my life. I'm done. Bye. Sell 1 Bitcoin a year. Regardless of price. That's like over $60 million. Like, at today's value, it's over $68 million. But hey, look, the small retail traders telling you guys that $68 million doesn't count. Tame, you're wrong. $68 million is nothing. 980 Bitcoin is nothing, although they will never have that in their lifetime. It's nothing. But let's look at the biggest candle. 129 Bitcoin here. And the price fell from 66,000 all the way down to 88.36. That's an 86% drop. When liquidity starts to dry up and smart money really starts getting out and you don't have retail buying these tops, you're going to get a lot of volatility like you see here. Very indecisive. People are going to be happy. They're going to be like, yeah, got the 56K dip. Yeah, boy, 56K. It bounces up and then boom, bleeds down under 40K and they're wrecked. So 40K is that nice sweet spot. 40K, that's nice sweet spot. And I already had this 40K mapped out before it ever happened on this chart. And if you know this 40K was a nice double bottom here, we did the wick under. But 40K is very conservative. I didn't say we're not going to go under 40K. I just think we're going to go at least to 40K before the dip's over, the big dip. We could go much lower. We could go back to 16K if smart money's really getting out hard or they start the shorting. But I don't know. I could be wrong. This is what it looks like for being wrong for like 40, 50 days. I don't know. Could be nothing. Oh, the new 90 days started. But ever since I was on this platform, I earned over $40,000, closer to 50,000. Copies are already over 9,000. Sorry, 7,000. Should be 9,000 by the end of today, by the time we're done. So, oh, nope. There we go. Copiers are up over 9,000 so far. Congratulations, copiers. I had to refresh the page. I know it was closer to it. But yep. Copiers up over 9,000. Gonna be 10K pretty soon. But yeah, maybe this money don't count too, right? Maybe these trades don't count. Counts for the bank. Counts for other stuff. Counts for buying more alts. Counts for buying more hets on dips. Counts for buying tame token. The money's there. It's legit. Bitcoin sales on BitMEX were legit. Actually happened. Over $68 million volume traded over there. You guys are going to be really pressed when we go to 40K under 40K on Binance or Coinbase. Man, I hate to see what's going to happen on Coinbase. The last time, I'll tell you a story. The last time Doge went under on Coinbase, let's pull up the Dogecoin chart. This is really sickening. But you see this big red candle right here? We were at 19.4 and then came down under 12.5. On Coinbase, people that had limit orders were screwed because they deleted limit orders. I don't know why they would delete limit orders. They said glitch, technical problems. And then they front ran everybody. And we came up and pushed higher. They knocked everybody out by turning off limit orders. We need more regulation in crypto for sure. Fuck. Exchanges turn off your limit orders on a big drop down at the price where it hits the moving average. Come on. So that leads me to my next stock that I'm going to look at over here. We're going to look at Coinbase stock. And this is going to be our weekly chart. Same thing over here. We're going to add the date. How far is Coinbase already down from its top here? About 12%. When we go down 20%, it's going to be under here. So we're early with the red block as well for the weekly for Coinbase. Oh my God. I'm seeing a common theme, and when it's overbought across the board and starting to lose bullish momentum, when that's happening, it's going to be a day of reckoning. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. You take a screenshot. I'll throw this in the chart channel. Did the guy on Discord find that Bitcoin chart where the price went to 230,000 and how many Bitcoin was it? Was at least $68 million.
I found it. Yo, Tam, I found it, but it went to 0, actually. I'm about to post it right now. And I'm not challenging you, bro. I believe you.
No, I want to see it. I didn't see it. I saw it go to 150,000 on Binance.us from low liquidity US dollar. I didn't see the 230K, so I'm curious. I thought the 230K that people talked about was a glitch.
It was actually Dogecoin that went to 3 million and some change. I just posted it on charts. I'm about to post the Bitcoin one right now.
Oh, that was like one Dogecoin. Not $3 million. No, post a link to the chart so I can look at it. And that says Binance Future Doge in the Ultra Smart screen. Put the link so I can actually open it and move it around. Yeah, actually your chart, I don't see the number you're talking about in that chart at all. Maybe you accidentally click market cap instead of price. I'm a duck says Coinbase chat support is down at the moment. Wow. So I'm gonna put all these charts. No, don't put a picture of the chart. Put a link to the chart. Trading view. Or tell me what exchange and pair, because even your chart there only shows 69,000 top and that's Binance Futures Doge pair at the top that you're also looking at on the side. So it is a Bitcoin chart, but you also have your Doge Futures tab open. But let's go back over here and see if Bitcoin's going to keep coming down. Should I close the short, keep it open? My thought process behind that. Very simple. I'm going to keep the short open. I got some good entries on my shorts. If you check my YouTube short or my Twitter page recently, you see I got a pretty damn good entry on that short. I got in between these red blocks, a little bit under 70. I got around 70,900 range. And it was up a lot earlier. I still have it. I got short on Fairdesk. I got a short on Wheats. I got a short on the METC demo over here. I'm using Wheats because Wheats is an OKYC now. It's similar to METC, and it's very fast. I'll put that link in the chat. If you want to sign up for Wheats, I encourage you. A lot of Discord member already signed up for it. And we're all trading in the same place. It's pretty helpful. I'm up about 4% on my Bitcoin short so far. So that means the price is down 2% from my entry. Yeah, price is down about 2% from my entry. So I had a pretty good short. I used lower leverage as well to make my liquidation price over $100,000. And prices still come down. And even if we go down to 40,000, that's still pretty decent profits. But let's do the math here. Let's think about my take profit for my Bitcoin short, because this is a pretty decent short. Pretty good entry. Let's put this on a daily and see what happens if I take profit at 40K. So if I entered up here 70,000, and this, I don't know, TradingView got the wrong price on the label. It's so weird. This daily chart has the wrong price sometimes. Oh no, that's right. That's the right price. My bad. But we've been increasing our liquidation on longs and shorts along the way. If you look back through here. You look back through here. And if you look over here, let's do the math. 70,900. If I take profit on my short at 60,000, Bitcoin price will drop about 15%. That means I'll earn 30% for the short. 30% multiplied by my margin. But if I went into a 40,000, if I go all the way down to 40,000, Bitcoin drops 43%. So 43.57 times 2, I would earn about 87% for the scalp. Not bad, not bad. I don't think Bitcoin will go much lower than 25K if that is a drop. So if we go to 25K, it'll be like Bitcoin drops around 64, 65%. I'm not being greedy. I'll front run at 40K for taking profits on my shorts, probably. I do have a take profit at 25.5K. I will adjust that around 40K if I see we're getting buy pressure around 40K. But I'm just seeing a lot of blood. I'm seeing a lot of blood here, a lot of sell pressure. This is the day one bear market for the stocks, in my opinion. If this is day one bear market for stocks, those Wall Street guys are going to dump their Bitcoin. They're going to dump their altcoins, the ones that are already at the tops. Doge may drop back to 10 cents range before there's even the 420 within the next 8 days. So my strategy, I just dollar cost on coins like HETS that's already dumped hard over 90% from its tops. And even with HETS price over here at the bottom, it sounds a little bit weird, but if you measure from January 2020, HETS is still up over 1,600%, whereas Bitcoin is not even up over 880%. So HETS is still outperforming Bitcoin from 2020, even after these recent dumps. And I'll show you that real quick. So you go over here. Let's look at our charts. Let's look at HETS on the weekly. Oh yeah, if we go to 19 cents, this thing is going to be easy take profits. We'll go to 19 cents, I will take profits so fast. But let's look at 2020 January, when HETS first came out. For the Bitcoin holders, people that were holding Bitcoin. If you measure here from January 2020, even as late as February, till the current price, HETS is up 632% from February. But you go back to January, it's up over 2,390%. So HETS is still up over 23 times from January when it first came out, if that makes sense. But also, this is a giant head and shoulders for HETS. You'll have to use the pulse set swap hooty hoo. But you look at this, like, do you guys like to buy green candles or do you like to buy red candles? Do you like to buy bottoms or do you like to buy tops? Generally, historically, when it comes to HETS, if you buy a good bottom, you'll be in the profit for about 1,400 days. Within 630 days, it went up over 371,000%. So people will say it's a scam, even though it went up for 630 days. We had buy pressure for 630 days, and it went up over 360,000%. And then we had sell pressure. We dropped for 91 days for 78%. After that 90 days, we also pumped for 28 days. But from that top to the bottom, we're down over 99%. That's what I love to see when I'm buying an altcoin that I think has potential. Wait for it to drop really hard and buy it. I don't want to go over here and buy the Bitcoin at the tops. So HETS is still up over 23 times from January 2020. If that makes sense to you. It's still up 23 times, but also down over 90% from the top. So could be a good accumulation point. Which is why I'm accumulating. You don't have to accumulate, but I'm accumulating. I've been dollar cost averaging it every day, basically. And I still don't feel like I have enough. Even if it goes to 19 cents, I don't feel like I have enough. I'm being a little bit greedy here. If we go to 19 cents, man, it's going to fucking explode. So Doge is forming a bearish flag here. This could be a trap. Let's I'm gonna take this and load it up and put it in the Discord. Alright, so I screenshot the bearish flag target. It could be a trap. Traders have to be careful. The bear flag could also become invalidated, but man, we have so many liquidations below us. I could see it dropping down there. So what's that target say? So I'll throw this over in the chart channel as well. So you may not be able to see it on YouTube well, so if you're in Discord, check the chart. That it did say the target's 18.12 for that bear flag for this TradingView AI chart pattern. Doge is up a lot from that bottom dip though. It's up over 2%. And if Doge goes up through his liquidations, it would be very big. I think Doge is more bullish than Bitcoin because it's further from all-time high, but you also have to calculate in the number of new coins that Dogecoin mined. So there's lots of new coins out that were not here in 2020. So if this is a bull flag, sorry, a bear flag, it could also be a bull trap. But liquidations are never safe on Doge. Like even if you think Dogecoin will go down, you don't short Doge because Elon could tweet. He could be in the bathroom taking a dump, tweet about Doge, and it will pump. So you probably should never short Doge, no matter where you think the market's going to go. Let's look over some other stocks and what you could possibly strategize. And then we'll come back. Well, we have price action. Let's watch the price action for a minute on the crypto. And then after the price action is gone, we'll go over to some stocks like GameStop or AMC. I'll look at GameStop on the other screen real quick, though. Stock ticker GME. GameStop. Yeah, GameStop's still not where I want it to be at. It's around 11.14. I already put an announcement about GameStop. Actually, we have a dedicated GameStop channel on the Discord. It's called GME. But if you're already in a Discord, check out that GME channel. I did post up there on March 30th. You can set some low buy limits for GameStop from $1.50 to $7.77. We're not at those low buy limit areas yet. We haven't hit. We're around $11, but we started this around $12.50. So it's good to keep your eyes out there. But today's a battle zone. Today's a battle zone. And there may be a guy like Michael Saylor who wants to win the battle today. He may buy some Bitcoin to push it up so MicroStrategy can stop bleeding. But if he wins this battle, he will start to lose the war. He may do that so MicroStrategy options go up a little bit, but MicroStrategy stock has been going down quite hard. Yeah, I'm still in ETH-W because ETH-W after the halving, I think it's going to get some more attention. ETH-W has been doing nothing but coming up since December. We shook out the paper hands in December for ETH-W and it's up over 79%. ETH-W is one of those coins where miners probably going to flock to it if it's too expensive to mine Bitcoin or if they're getting too little rewards on Bitcoin. Guys, it does look like this could have been a bull trap for Doge. But we have these liquidations up above us. Like, it could wake up and then come back down to grab these liquidations below us. Market makers are pushing it down today for Bitcoin. When you combine market makers liquidating high leverage longs with Wall Street trying to get out and Wall Street shorting MicroStrategy today, it's very tough for retail investors. There's going to be people out there telling you that we're going to go to 100,000, we're going to go to 1 million. But I guarantee it, some of those people that tell you you're going to go to 100,000 or 1 million, they're the first one to dump it on your face. And they have no shame about it. No shame in their game. I see some big companies spending a lot of advertising money about Bitcoin right now. Fidelity. Let me show you this, guys. Like, this was a bull trap for Doge on that short time frame, probably. Let me see here. I took a screenshot on my phone, I believe. I take a lot of screenshots lately. Let me edit this screenshot. And I'm going to throw this in the news channel. These guys are spending money advertising for a reason. I don't trade that coin, Ravar. I can't give you an update on those crazy meme coins that you guys YOLO into. Alright, so I'm trying to get this into the Crypto Talk channel of this screenshot that I took. Alright, so come over here to the Discord. Let's see what channel I put it in. Look over here, Crypto Talk. This was something, they're spending Facebook advertisement money on stuff like this. This was a sponsored post on Facebook from Fidelity Investments. And it says, what exactly is the Bitcoin halving and why does it matter? Join our live stream Tuesday, April 16th. Guys, they're literally trying to dump the Bitcoin on you right before the halving. Some of them are waiting last minute. Some of them are taking turns. Some of them are already front running the others. They've been front running over 70,000. They would not be putting money into advertising for this if they really did not need to sell it. Why are they trying to spend money to teach you about the Bitcoin halving and buying Facebook sponsored ads? These guys have a lot of money. They probably have a lot of money put into Bitcoin and they want to take profits. I think they already started selling. But here's the thing about the blockchain. You can see a lot of transactions on the blockchain. Oh boy. This day one stock bear market really affecting your cryptos. Look at that bull trap. That was a bull trap into the bear flag. Very disgusting. But pretty cool that we could see that bear flag forming on TradingView as well, and it's did not get invalidated. That was a pretty wild one. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty clutch. If you guys like this type of live stream content, subscribe. We do have a trading Discord as well. Go to onlyscalps.com to join Discord. I do have my token, tametheark.com, but looking over here at the charts, woo-hoo-hoo, maybe something cool will happen for Tame Token on 420, who knows? Or a little bit after. But you got Grayscale. They had the outflows. You have these guys that got in early, probably starting to take profits. It's pretty crazy. Wow. It's a pretty sad day for the holders. Michael Saylor's proudly crying in the bathroom right now. And it's very funny. We have the big event in Dubai on the Bitcoin halving. Around the halving, we got the big event in Dubai. And historically, around the big time of the Bitcoin conferences and Bitcoin events, crypto events, that's when we get the biggest sell pressure. People are literally at the conferences listening to these guys show you Bitcoin tops, while they probably have guys in the back selling. And you're just watching your chart on your phone listening to these guys speak. They're like, Bitcoin, the cyber hornets to protect. The fuck? Bitcoin doesn't protect anything. You want to talk about protecting something? Talk about guns. Kapow, 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 pow, pow, pow. You want to protect? You got to get a gun. Which brings me to my net stock, SWBI. Let's go over here. This is you go SWBI, Smith and Wesson. I've been calling for this stock in Discord for a while. Really loving it. And if you look at the weekly chart, it did get overbought though. But in my state, we passed a law where you don't have to get a permit to get a handgun. And people can just go there and buy like 20 handguns now. Before you had to wait a long time to get your permit. But if you're in the Discord, you already heard about SWBI. You would have already been in SWBI. And if you go in Discord over here, like you can search SWBI in the search bar. You'll see 15 results. You can filter old. And even before COVID, like SWBI did pretty well. This is me at a gun store on March 28th. And this is Smith & Wesson at 12/31. And I predict that the stock will go up because guns going to increase. And this was our price around $12. $12. Now we're sitting above $16, almost $17. At the SWBI, if you really want to talk about protection, get a fucking gun. Get a gun. Maybe start researching their stock. Whoa! That bull trap for Doge was disgusting. I'm just happy because I took profits yesterday. I did the second red block because I heard one of you guys in the YouTube chat talking. You're like, I don't know if I should make one more trade or go to bed. I told the gentleman, I typed it out, I was like, if you're going to make one more trade, so stop loss in the profit. But it's better to sleep and wake up another day. You cannot always get that beauty sleep that you need. So, from these red blocks, we are looking pretty damn good if you took profits up there. Those red blocks, if you initiated a short up there as well, you're up significantly as well. I'm probably up to close to 6% on my short on that 2x leverage. So price on the Ethereum's under orange block, red block as well. And don't forget, one time Elon tweeted, he has a fondness for hets. Don't forget that. Do not forget. And then we also had this big green candle on hets last night. It went up 11% on that green block as well. But guys, we're bleeding down hard. I think I have a hexagon on my shirt. You guys can't see it though. It's all black over here that got a hexagon. But woo, that bull trap for Doge fulfilling the bear flag. What an interesting thing. It's fucking wild. A lot of people getting liquidated today. And generally longs get liquidated more than shorts in the crypto market. So if you want to post about your trades, post it and share your current trades in the Discord. But let me give you a little bit of a quick taste about the Discord. You go up here. We got a lot of red blocks on the weekly today. We can look back at these later since I put the tickers. But if you look at these red blocks last night, there we go. So I did tag everybody when Doge hit 20 cents just to wake you guys up, alert you. I didn't want you to buy at 20 cents. I had the green blocks way down here. And then the red blocks came in around 19.89 cents. Bitcoin around 70,947. And Ethereum about 35.44. I didn't do another green block on hits at that time because we were just showing from the last green block. And then from that area of those red blocks, if you look now, compared to now, Bitcoin price fell through the floor. We fell through the floor. Doge fell down hard. The bear flag already working its way down here. Today's Friday. Options expire today. It's a bloodbath. I'm gonna take off hets down here. I'll add it later. And don't get it confused. Like, don't think I'm removing it because I don't like it. I like hets. I have millions of hets. Wish I could say I had billions, but I only have millions. But we're going to put MicroStrategy up here because I'm also very bearish on MicroStrategy. But if you look at MicroStrategy, the stock, it's been coming down quite hard with Bitcoin too. Wow. We have so many liquidations below us as well that are probably getting scared and closing their positions. My short's printing down below. Let me put on the crown. I deserve the crown. So looking over here, and if you see the charts, since our red blocks, Bitcoin came down by over 3.43%. Oh, this is very bad pattern for MicroStrategy though. But if you look at daily for MicroStrategy from the top up there, so we have those charts around the same price, and then MicroStrategy is already down 20%. People that have options on this stock today are getting wrecked for MicroStrategy. Imagine you bought your option for MicroStrategy at around 1800. There's no way that it's going to shoot up to 1900 again today. Even Bitcoin goes up, MicroStrategy may not go up. Because people are going to realize that A, Michael Saylor probably buying the dip, and B, it's another loss. His DCA is going up. You can't dollar cost average at tops and expect to make big profits. You can't pump up your stock and the Bitcoin at the same time for a very long period of time. You might be able to do it for like a day, 2 days, maybe 1 week. But if other people stop buying, it's going to come down hard. But if you look at these liquidations here, I'll show you a website I use for liquidation. It's called coinglass.com. So I'm going to go over here. So we're going to go coinglass.com. We're going to go liquidations. And look at the liquidation map over here for the last 24 hours. Over $37 million of Bitcoin shorts, longs have been liquidated. You go over here, this is the interactive map. Most of the time, the bulls get liquidated most, like longs get liquidated most if you look at this chart historically. All the way back here from 2023 October until now, longs have got liquidated the most than shorts. How is it that the price has increased and made a higher high, but longs get liquidated more? Very simple. If you only know how to long and you don't know about shorting, you're more prone to going long at the worst dips. And you can see it in the chart here. But when this yellow line that we're looking at here starts coming down, you're going to see more longs getting liquidated and prices are going to start falling out from under us, which happened back here on the 4th of March. You guys want to see what happened on the 4th of March? Go over here, go to your daily candle. We're going to put the calendar. March 4th. And this is what happened on March 4th. Look at March 4th. It wasn't even that big of a drop. People were making fun of me about this time as well because I was talking about crypto is super bearish. If you go back to the YouTube titles, that's why I saved this shit. But from March 4th, like the March 3rd down to the bottom, Bitcoin fell back under 20,000. That was over 16% drop, which caused the mass liquidation on that day. Biggest liquidation on March 4th right here. And that was over $879 million worth of longs. But hey, look. History may not always repeat itself. Maybe magic internet money comes out of thin air somewhere. I'll be right back 1 second. I'm back. So guys, what's your sentiment here? Bullish or bearish at 69K? Let's do a YouTube poll. Let's see how you guys feel over here. I know there's a lot of you guys in the YouTube chat that are trading. If you're trading on futures, you may want to try out wheats. You get a bonus as well. Some people are just trading their bonuses. But you look at the charts here, man. So it's a very tough area for traders. They don't know if they want to go long on the dips or if they wait longer. I'm being more cautious because I've been through this before. I don't want to go long at the worst time. I want to wait a little bit longer to go long, if that makes sense. The people that I've seen doing better in crypto, and I'm telling you this, like, this is not a secret, but the people that I see doing better, and they're doing better than 99% of the other people, they set low buy limits for their longs or for their spot bags. They wait for those low limits to hit. They never change them. And when they hit and the price bounces very hard, they let it run for like a year or so. These guys turn $1,000 into $50,000 in a year. It's pretty impressive if they can turn $1,000 into $50,000 in a year. You go over here, Fairdesk. I started with $5,000. And it took me 46 days to turn $5,000 into over $43,000 worth of profits for the copy traders. And the copy traders earn about 9,300 different copiers trading different amounts and doing different things. But if you look at copiers, you can see how they're doing. Some are doing better than others because of how they have their settings. But predominantly, these guys are earning pretty well. And this number is actually quite down because one time I had a liquidation because there's a glitch. But they didn't absorb that loss. I absorbed the loss. Every person that got liquidated, I gave them the money from my wallet. Personally. Like, I paid out over $7,000. And you can ask the people in the chat or the Discord. They'll tell you. Like, I documented all the transactions. So this number really like $18,000. And I took the money for my profits from my other trades from my wallet because I knew I was going to make more on Doge longs. But anyways, it's the good traders are the one that set those low buy limits and wait and get it. The ones that get those low buy limits, like if they set buy limits for Doge between 4.9 up to 7 cents, they stagger their buy limits. They get their Bitcoin buy limits from 10,000 up to 25,000. They stagger them. They wait for them to fill. After they fill, they set their super high sell limits. Wait for those to fill. That's how you win in crypto. It's very simple. Write it down on paper. Buy low, sell high. If you get it low and sell it high, you have profit. One thing you have to keep in mind, though, you want your profit to outpace inflation. If you're not making more than inflation, you're probably not trading as well. You're probably still learning and getting to know it. So as you're learning, make sure that your trades are outperforming inflation. That's what we're doing here. You want to be able to spend more money than you could in previous years. So you have to keep earning more money. Yeah, I had the copy trade on the information Doge, Lincoln, and you can also message me on Discord if you need help with your settings for the copy trade. But copy trade has been doing pretty well so far. Hopefully I have over 100 copiers soon. I also get 10% commission off of the profits, which is pretty cool. You sold all your silver Doge, Lincoln? At least you waited and sell now until, say, last year. Right. I'm still up in profit on this Bitcoin short. Peter Schiff just tweeted, gold surrendered a near $60 rally to trade negative on the day. Once again, traders taking profits has created another buying opportunity that likely won't last long. I think it's interesting how people try to get you to buy the first dip. Like if something just hits the all-time high and then dips down, they want you to buy that first dip. Yeah, a lot of people want to sell their gold right now. Definitely a lot of gold liquidity right now. But let's go back to Het's chart real quick. So we're going to put the Het's chart on here. I'm going to use the chart from the lower liquidity over here. I think Hetz gets a nice big fat green block over here at this low price. Is someone on Discord talking? I thought I heard something, but it's very quiet. I don't know if someone's trying to say anything. Man, my Ethereum price is not up there. There it goes. So we got the green block for Hetz. So remember, Doge is further from all-time high than Bitcoin, so it could outperform Bitcoin over the year as well. Something to consider. Like Doge has a nasty liquidation block on the top side. It would go from 19.1 or 19 cents to 20 cents. That's a 9% move. There are going to be traders trying to trade in that range, but once we break that range on the top side or upside there, they could get wrecked. Use Brave Browser, Doge Lincoln. Brave Browser. Yeah, I'll show you liquidations a little bit. So top side liquidation about 74,000, bottom side 66,000. So from bottom side to top side of range is about 10%, closer to 11%. Doge is more along the lines of about 12%. Bear flag target under 18.135. But here's another reason why you should try out Wheats. So if you use that link in the chat that they gave us. Let me grab the link real quick. if you use the link that they gave us, they have this thing called first trade protection. If you use that link that they gave us, you get first trade protection, and this is the really cool thing. I'm trying to find it real quick. But here goes the first trade protection. So it's capped at 300 USDT, and the first trade protection fund only protects against the net transaction loss amount. And with the first transaction, it does not cover fees after compensating for the loss incurred for the first transaction. And you actually get to monitor that first trade protection fund. It goes to 0 after you use it, and it only works for the first 24 hours after your first trade. So it's pretty cool. And they have this deposit bonuses as well. These are USDT future bonuses, which you can use in USDT futures. And they're distributed evenly through 10 days. So if you deposit 500 USDT, you'll get $10 futures bonus for 10 consecutive days. This is good for paying your trading fees, basically. And this is for the tametheark users. So pretty cool. If you use that link, you can participate. But it looks like Bitcoin's not done dipping. Bitcoin does not appear to be done dipping. My hedge chart looks a little bit weird because we just hit like another low over here that we're not used to. But if liquidity starts coming back in the pulse chain and HETs, price could go up again. I'm getting alerts that other things are dropping down hard. So let's go through. Let's look at some stock side of things. Let's look at the SPY again real quick. Oh boy. So it's very confusing that my red block has a green background. My bad. Why is that a green area? That's totally my fault that has a green background. That looks better. But if you look at the SPY here on the hourly, let's hide the drawings. If you look at the hourly for the SPY, it's been coming down. If you go to Coinbase stock, it's also been coming down on the hourly. It's down over $30 from this local top. That's over 10%. Nvidia, my favorite corporation. My favorite corporation. But they have like a nearly double top chart pattern, and it's already down over 7%. By the time everything's done, Nvidia will walk away better than these companies. If you look at Facebook Meta platform, from its recent run up to 530, it's also down over 3.3%. Facebook did really well because after this dip here, this dip happened because of numerous reasons, but after this dip happened, Congress started investigating TikTok and trying to ban TikTok in America, which is a rival to Facebook. Clearly market manipulation that helped Facebook stock go up 372% from the green blocks. But those green blocks, back in November, if you go back over here, my Discord, and just type Facebook or charts, you go back through the charts. So we were able to map this back when Facebook was turning bullish again at the $225 mark. So when Facebook was started turning bullish again, now it's over 500. And then the green blocks came in a little bit later, around $109 to $113. Let's check out AMD. AMD has been coming down quite hard as well. Let's check out AMC, the movie company. The CEO really diluted AMC, by the way. This is one reason why I don't trade the stock anymore. When I took profits above $26, people made fun of me. They made fun of me for taking profits above $26. And that was before the split. So it would be about right here. This range is where I took profits. And if you look at the chart, because they did a split. And man, this thing came down hard. I don't trade AMC anymore. And GameStop's the one I'm waiting on for the dip. If you look at the weekly, we do have a green block for GameStop again on the weekly, which just popped in. I will share that, but remember, I want those lower buy limits for GameStop. This is my GameStop weekly chart. And this is also not calculating the split price. So we're going to watch crypto a little bit while I make those charts in the Discord with GameStop. Let me take this Elon tweet off the chart. I don't have enough hats. What? I don't have enough hats. I don't have a few billion yet. All right, so I will throw this in the charts channel. But I'm also adding that thing to consider for GameStop. And I'm just posting this stuff to help you guys research for you and then lead you into a path of where you should research. Just because I post something like this in Discord and we get a green block doesn't mean you should buy it. I also put at the top of the chart here that you should buy limits from $1.70 to $7.77 for your research. If you're impatient, you could do $10.50, but research. Just because we get the first green block on a weekly doesn't mean you have to buy that first green block on a weekly for a stock like GameStop. And just because I think we can go down to $40,000 before April 20th in the next 8 days doesn't mean you should short Bitcoin with your life's money. Like, we could pump as well. I could get liquidate on my shorts. I could recover from it, but be cautious. Research it. If you don't know what you're doing, trade on demo. So the thing about meme stocks is that when people short them, they have to pay back the stocks as well, hard sessions. So I'm trying to wait until closer to the bottom for when they're kind of done shorting. They have to start buying back, and it's like a double-edged sword when you're shorting. Because when you're shorting, you have to pay back the shares eventually. And when you pay back the shares, you are also creating that buy pressure. And if you're creating buy pressure on something that has lower liquidity, then you're really going to make the stock pump. But let's go check on our friend over here. We have another friend that we need to check on real quick. If you go back over here, we're going to look at gold again. Because Peter Schiff said people were taking profits on gold earlier. If you look at the gold sell-off that started happening from 2,400 per ounce down to 23.61, it's already down 2.3%. But if you look at our weekly chart for gold, it does look like gold has been increasing from January. Price per ounce. It's up over 870%, but that took over 8,000 days. I hope I pray to God it does not take me 8,000 days to get 800% returns on any type of bag. Man, 8,400 days. I know why Peter Schiff looks the way he looks now. The man has literally been aging. My gold has been doing this for like 8,400 days. Let's see how many years that is. That's about 23 years. If 23 years of trading only gets you 800%, will that even keep up with inflation and other costs? I don't know. I hope I don't have to find out that life lesson. Gold's not junk. It has a lot of utility. Once you start getting into fabrication and chips and stuff, you need gold. Like, gold is one of the best products for these companies. The thing about gold, you can hit it flat with a hammer, and it will not break as hard. It will not be brittle like silver. Whereas these other metals, when you try to make them very flat, like super flat, they are going to break. They're too brittle. Gold doesn't have that property. You can make gold super flat, so it's better for computer chips. It's better for supercomputers. Not right now, Zach. I had a Doge long yesterday that I closed. I'm a little bit hesitant today because I think tomorrow something crazy is going to happen, so I'm sitting away from going long today. I have to keep that thought in the back of my head. No matter how good of an opportunity I see, I got to stay away from it. I think something crazy is going to happen tomorrow. And today, probably going to take a nice little chill day. After this stream, I'm going to go chill a little bit. So I'm debating on either closing the Bitcoin short or letting it ride. If I let it ride, I could probably squeeze out another 10-20% profits. If I close it here, it secures the profits, that type of deal. We are getting oversold on the 5 minutes here. We're losing a little bit of momentum on the bearish side on the 5 minutes. We go to 15 minutes here. We're also oversold on the 15. We still have that bearish momentum on the 5, and we're not done with liquidations yet. It's very possible that this Bitcoin bleeds down under 66K within a matter of minutes as well. So I'm probably going to let my short ride a little bit longer. But when it comes to gold is very useful. It doesn't corrode, which is good as well. But the Chinese were buying up a lot of gold and silver, so that's something to consider. There's an arbitrage opportunity. They were like, there's arbitraging it, buying in America, selling over there. So it did pull up the price of gold. Oh, man. Generally after a 2% drop, though, we do get a little bit of buy pressure, but there are those days where we go down to another 8-10%. And today's a Friday, so if Peter Schiff maybe took profits on gold and Michael Saylor wants to start buying up Bitcoin before options expire today, they could try to push Bitcoin to this moving average, which would still not be my entry, but could be another short at 1%. And these liquidations, they could push up 73K. That would be a very beautiful short up there. It would go up 6-7%. Let me think about it for a second. Because we are getting a little bit of a turnaround on the 5 minutes. And if I go over here to the volume data window, 50 Bitcoin, 130. Our volume's still pretty low though. So since the volume's low, I think when the big guys start selling more, then the volume pick up on the red side. If I close the short, the logic would be that we could come back up at least 1 to 2%, and I could re-enter a better short. That would be the logic. But I need a better screenshot. I need a better video, so I'm not going to take profits on my short yet. Because I don't want to re-enter again. I'm a little bit occupied today. Tomorrow, expecting something big to happen. There may or may not have been a data hack. But I'm going to take a break. And I'll be back later. You guys enjoy the charts.